Okay, I believe we are live. So, good afternoon, good evening, maybe good morning to you. Well, maybe it's still morning in Latin America. So, in this class, what I want to do is I want to try and write an essay to give you an idea of how to write essays. And if you see here, we have a question prompt. Some people think that when a person travels into a different culture, they should adapt to local practices and customs. To what extent do you agree? So, hi Manisco, hi Roland. Okay, this is an experimental class. I don't know how it's going to go, but I think it certainly could be interesting. Okay, so the first thing you need to do with an essay is you need to think of some good ideas. Let's see. When Hi Vitali, great to talk to you, and Funda as well. So the first thing I need to do is to brainstorm some ideas about when traveling to a different country. People should adapt to local practices and customs. The first two things that to me spring to mind are the phrase when in Rome, do as the Romans do. And the other phrase that I'm thinking of as well is travel broadens the mind. Culture shock. Okay, so broadens. I need an O here as well. So let's see what other ideas could we try. Yeah, that's a great phrase, Roland. Okay, so maybe why why do people go abroad? And that's clearly an important question. So why do people go abroad? Well, personally, I go to visit another country and learn about different cultures and different places. Okay, so why do people go abroad? Let's see. So, for example, this makes me think of a place called Magaluf. Magaluf in Mallorca, where yes, okay, it's something I'm trying. Many people are blissfully aware of the local culture, to have an open mind. So I quite like that. Open mind. The other question I would say, is it reasonable to expect the same things abroad as you get at home? They just want to enjoy their free time. So to me the question then is, why do they go abroad? Yes, and that comes to this question. Let's see, if you go to, it's not in Mallorca, it's in Magaluf, is in Ibiza, sorry. Ibiza. And this, hello Manji, and this is a place full of British pubs and fish and ship bars. Okay, so good evening, Bamayala. So let's see. foreigners should undertake research before travelling abroad. Yes, so let's see, how am I going to start this? I think I want to start with this phrase, travel broadens the mind. I've got a few ideas written here, and let's see what happens. So I'm just going to start writing and see how we go. So I'm going to start with the travel broadens the mind, or so the saying goes. Or so the saying goes. However, people need to be open-minded. Here. People need to be open-minded when they go to foreign countries. Is it reasonable to expect all the comforts of home? Hello, Luli. Is it reasonable to expect all the comforts of home when travelling? Okay, and that's a nice question. Okay, so we've already got an introductory paragraph. We're asking questions. It's quite good to have some sort of saying or adage at the beginning. I think I want to keep this phrase, "When in Rome, do as the Romans do," for the end of it. Okay. So let's see. Let's look at this idea of why do people go abroad. Traveling is learning. So let's try it. When I go to a foreign culture, because I'm trying to think of different ways of saying abroad, overseas. When I go to a foreign culture, firstly, okay, I quite like that phrase. When I go to a foreign culture, fall apart means to break. So when I go to a foreign culture, I want to learn about the people who live there, learn about the people who live there, their culture, and their way of life. Hello, Rand. Great to have you. Immense myself. Okay, so when I go to a foreign culture, I'm going to change this foreign culture. When I go, I'm going to change this for abroad. So I want to learn. I need an adverb here. I really want to learn. Yeah, I really want to learn. It probably makes it informal. For the change of scenery. Yeah, I guess for the change of scenery, but appreciating the scenery is certainly learning about the country. When I go abroad, I certainly want to learn about the people who live there, their culture and their way of life. Furthermore, it is an opportunity to learn interesting new things and to re-evaluate my own culture. To go abroad, not to abroad, to go abroad. Yeah, yeah. I long to learn about. Oh, I really like that. Yes, I really like that. I think that's great. I long to learn about the people who live there, their culture, and their way of life. Furthermore, it is, so it is. Furthermore, I need a comma there, I see it as an opportunity to pick up a new language. I like that as well. To and reevaluate, to learn interesting new things and reevaluate my own, I can use the word culture here. Furthermore, I see it as, additionally, I think you can. I recommend any of them. The Collins, the dictionary, free dictionary, the Wiktionary. Might facilitate, reflection on my own life, to learn interesting new things, and to reevaluate my own culture. What I'm just doing today is I'm trying to put together or to write an essay and to show you how at least I would do it. Oh, it's a fertile ground for self-discovery. I like that phrase as well. So let's reevaluate my own culture. So that's probably quite nice because it starts to give my opinion. Namaste memories. So let's lead into the next paragraph. Unfortunately, not all travellers see it this way. And what's quite important here, interesting and new things. Normally the and is after three on. So let's see. Notice this last sentence I've added here. This is a very good way to link this paragraph with the next paragraph I'm going to write. And this is something that's very good for cohesion. Yeah? Cohesion is the way the whole thing holds together. So unfortunately not all travellers see this way. So now, if you visit Magaluf on the stunning Mediterranean Mediterranean F7 Mediterranean on the stunning Mediterranean island. I need to spell Mediterranean correctly. Okay, so here we go. So double R, that's it. On the that's better. Okay. Bear with me a second. It's ER, E-double-R, here we go, and Mediterranean. Yes, that's better. I'm sorry about that. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Vitali. Okay, if you on the stunning Mediterranean island of Ibiza, all you will see are luxury hotels, British pubs, ITISH, okay, all you will see are luxury hotels, British pubs, and fish and chip bars. Okay. Bear with me sounds much better. Thank you, Nikita. And fish and chip bars. It makes me wonder why people want to go abroad if they only want a copy of their lives back home. Okay, so wow. Anyone can enter a temple with the caveat that you behave appropriately. So yes, this does have a title. Let me take the title here. Okay, yes. So, actually, you're quite right. I think I should give it a title as well. So, travel and local culture. Caveat means be careful. But okay, so I don't know your name, but if I stop, then I can put I can use either one with or without a vowel at the beginning. The difference between the and the is only a question of the stress that you want to put on something. Okay, so a caveat, a warning, a proviso. That sounds very good. Okay, yes. So travel and experiencing local culture. So is there anybody out there who can think of a better title for it? I'd be very happy to take suggestions for a good title for the essay. Okay, whoops, I seem to be, that's my list for upcoming videos. So it makes me wonder why people want to go abroad if they only want a copy. I've said an copy, a copy. I was thinking about you an sorts copy, a copy of their lives back home. So, okay. So now let's think of something to lead into the next part. I think in the next part I've given, let's see, we've got an introduction. Travel broadens the mind. I've given my opinion. People and going abroad, for example. That's a nice title as well. So we've had an introduction. I've given what I like to do, and yeah, a replica. Oh yes, thank you, Patricia. I like that. A replica. That's a nice phrase. Yeah, brilliant title it is. Thank you, Manji. Okay, they only want a replica of their lives back home. Yeah. An antidote to culture shock when abroad. Oh, I quite like that, Vitaly. That's quite nice. Yeah. An antidote to culture shock when abroad. It's quite. I think I'm gonna take. It's certainly a lot more interesting than my own title. So let's just put it. Yeah, that's better. An antidote to culture shock when abroad. Okay. Then, so it makes me wonder why people want to go abroad if they only want a replica of their lives back home. Of their lives back home. To travel is treasure. I quite like that as well. I need something to link this to the next paragraph. Because I want to give my opinion, because I think it's good to travel and it's good to participate in local things. However, it's to what degree should you participate? Yeah, I think I quite agree with you there, Arum. Okay, so I want a replica of their lives back home. If they only want a so I need something to link it to the next paragraph. Well, let me start the next paragraph. I need to give my opinion, and I can put it back. Okay, in my point of view, from my point of view. So, yeah. From my point of view, tourists, I need an I, amalgamation of different I would say people go abroad so that they can get well themselves and come to know about other cultures. From my point of view, tourists should try to participate in local. Yes, I have been to India, Papu. I've been to India and to Sri Lanka. Tourists should try to participate in local customs, as much as is reasonably possible. As much as reasonably possible. They need to adapt as much as they can, but clearly there are limits to what people are willing to do. For example, it would be unreasonable to expect a vegetarian to eat meat. However, they still would be able to eat meat, let me put something here, in a local festival. However, they would still be able to attend the celebrations. And then I think I would put one final paragraph. So from my point of view, tourists should try to participate in local customs as much as is reasonably possible. They need to adapt as much as they can, but clearly there are limits to what people are willing to do. Vegetarian means somebody who doesn't eat meat. To attend the celebration, to attend the celebrations. And I think that's probably enough for the essay. Yeah. Okay, yes, I think I agree with you, Chute. So let's look at it. Let's read from the beginning. I'm not sure how long it is, but we've got 4 paragraphs, and this is probably enough. So, an antidote to culture shock when abroad. Travel broadens the mind, or so the saying goes. However, people need to be open-minded when they go to foreign countries. Is it reasonable to expect all the comforts of home when travelling? When I go abroad, I long to learn about the people who live there, their culture and their way of life. Furthermore, I see it as an opportunity to learn interesting new things and to reevaluate my own culture. Unfortunately, not all travellers see it this way. If you visit Magaluf on the stunning Mediterranean island of Ibiza, all you will see, the only thing you will see are luxury hotels, British pubs and fish and chip bars. It makes me wonder why people want to go abroad if they only want a replica of their lives back at home. Vegetation, plants in abundance. From my point of view, So from my point of view, I think I want to change this. I want to say, in my opinion, tourists should try to participate in local customs as much as is reasonably possible. They need to adapt as much as they can, but clearly there are limits to let's change this to what they should be expected to do. For example, it would be unreasonable to expect, to demand that, and I like this, a vegetarian eat. So notice we've got a present subjunctive here. For example, it would be unreasonable to demand that a vegetarian eat meat at a local festival. However, they still would be able to attend the celebrations and join in. I quite agree with you. The only thing you see... yes, I think you're very right. The only thing you see, you will see is, I quite agree with you. Yep, is luxury hotels. British pubs and fish and chip bars. A vegetarian does not eat meat, no. So it would be, for example, it would be unreasonable to demand that a vegetarian eat meat at a local festival. However, they still would be able to attend the celebrations and join in. And then I'm just going to sum it up at the end. So I think that the saying when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So I think that the saying is valid. But with the caveat, with the exception. Okay, but with the caveat that with the caveat that you only adapt as much as is reasonably possible. And I think that's it. So Chutia. Okay, so Chutia. You see, I have called your name. Chut and Chutia. So I think this would probably be enough for an exam essay. Notice, I've answered the question quite clearly. So in summation, yes, I quite like that as well. So, or even just without the so, to sum up. Am I going to put a colon here? To sum up, to sum up. So to sum up, So in summation, I think that the saying, so to sum up, I think that the saying, when in Rome, do as the Romans do, is valid, but with the caveat that one should only adapt as much as is reasonably possible. So there we go. This is my essay. I wonder what the examiners would think of it. So if you look at it now, we've got we've got a title, which is a good thing. We've got an introductory paragraph asking questions. Then I give the what I view as the positive way of doing this, and this shows my opinion on it. Notice as well the question says, to what extent do I agree? And therefore this is giving my opinion on how I see it. Then we see the other side of it, maybe the negative part of this, and then we have my opinion even more clearly put, and then a summing up. Let's see, for me this essay writing pattern is applicable to the Cambridge Advanced, to the IELTS exam, and I'm pretty sure that it would do very well for GRE as well. So there we go. Now, if you have any questions, this would be the time to ask them. I don't know. It's been a different class today, and I've tried to do something different that is another way of doing this. So I would like to thank you all for coming. It's been a fun class. Let's see. So Chutia, yes, but ask me a question now, Chutia. Now is the time to ask your questions, because after any questions, I'm going to finish. Let's see. I think one of the other important things that's important with writing is, if you want to get better, you need to practice and practice and practice. Thank you for coming, Vitaly. It's been lovely to have you. Thank you, Roland. Thank you, Juan Lopez. Yes, but ask Tutia. Don't. That's certainly a question, and the answer to "May I ask you a question?" is yes. It was useful. I don't know. This was just my thoughts on how to answer a question. I'd be interested to hear what the examiners mean. So off the record means something that is not official. Yeah, Toodle pip, Vitaly. So can I ask you off the record? So I'm not going to tell anybody where I got this information, who I got this from. Yeah, so it's not official. Yeah, because you can ask a question officially, but you can ask it unofficially as well. Yeah, so I can talk to you off the record. So if anybody asks, I didn't actually say this. Yeah, I'm not going to admit to saying this, but this is general. A rule of thumb is a general rule. So for example, Roland, when cooking rice, I use 1 part or 2 parts rice to 3 parts water, 2 volumes of rice to 3 volumes of water, and that is a good rule of thumb. As a rule of thumb, it takes me about half an hour to get to work. So hello Hadi, a little late. A hung parliament means that there is no single party that has a majority. So if there are 100 seats in the parliament and one party has 40 seats, another party has 40 seats, and lots of little parties, 20 other little parties have 1 seat each, then it's a hung parliament. Nobody has the power to decide. Philosophy is thinking about life, thinking about what is right and what is wrong, and thinking about why things happen. So, hello Melem as well. Okay, so a rule of thumb. As a rule of thumb, Roland, you ought to write an introductory paragraph, a paragraph in favour, a paragraph against, and then sum up your opinion, making sure that you answer the question. So a rule of thumb is a general law to make the difference. So what's the difference between philosophy and metaphysics? I think probably they're both very similar. So yeah, philosophy's the way. Metaphysics is a branch of philosophy. Metaphysics studies the nature of reality. Yeah. Do I exist? Am I real? Is space and time real? Is what I see a real thing? As a rule of thumb, exams provide a great picture of the student's performance. Yes. Yeah. Schadenfreude is not used very widely, but it's one of my favourite words. A smiley is smiling. An emoji gives more emotions. It's great to hear you. You caught me right at the end, Sherwin, but it's great to hear you. I hope you're fine and everything goes. So, okay, well, here you do have an English environment around you. So I'm going to stop this today. If you like, hi teacher, hi Makuboya, great to have you. This is the point I'm going to stop. I'm going to leave the chat on for a few minutes. Thank you all for coming. You've been a great group, and I will see you all another